Good morning, everybody. As we met last week, but I'll still introduce myself. My name is Renu Chamarthi, and I am a storyteller. And today I am here to tell you yet another story. And I hope you will enjoy the story as much as you had enjoyed the last time's story. Can you all hear me? Am I audible to all of you? Yes or no? Lovely. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Okay. So today's story is a story from the Jataka tales. I'm sure all of you would have heard a lot of Jataka tales. And, when I heard the story, who told me this story? My Amma, my grandmother. When I was young, again, my Amma told me this story. And I still remember this story because it's a very nice story, very cute story, interesting story. Okay, so shall I start the story? Okay, I'm going to start the story now. Okay, many years back, in the kingdom of Varanasi, ruled by the king Vishnudatta. Varanasi, the kingdom of Varanasi was ruled by the king Vishnudatta, who was an amazing king. He was a very lovable king. Everybody loved him. Everybody liked him because he was an amazing king. He was very just. He was very approachable and everybody liked him. Okay, now, what did King Vishnudatta like? King Vishnudatta liked anything beautiful. In his kingdom, all the homes were beautifully made. All the roads were very clean and very beautifully maintained. And his kingdom had many gardens. What did they have? Many gardens where lots of flowers, lots of fruits, and lots of vegetables grew. Okay, King Vishnudatta was, a fan of anything beautiful. He just loved anything beautiful, and his kingdom had many gardens. Now, out of all these gardens that were there in his kingdom, the one to the southernmost corner of his kingdom, which is Varanasi, the southernmost corner of Varanasi, there was a huge garden, a big garden with huge trees, full of guavas, full of mangoes, full of papayas, and full of jackfruits. Did you ever eat jackfruits? Jackfruits are huge fruits and they are so yummy and they're so tasty. And I'm sure many of you are very fond of mangoes too. So a fruit garden, and also there were beautiful flower beds everywhere in the garden with green leaves and white flowers, pink flowers, yellow flowers. There were, small ponds with beautiful lotuses, pink lotuses, white lotuses, and all colored lotuses. And then, the garden had, jhulas here and there. It has, benches here and there. And the moment you step into the garden, you just forget everything because it was so beautiful. The breeze in the garden was full of, the beautiful fragrance of flowers, and also the fragrance of ripe mangoes, ripe guavas, ripe pineapples, ripe papayas, and ripe watermelons too. Okay, anybody who would step into that garden would just forget everything else and just be lost in the beauty of the garden and the lovely fragrance. Okay, and the king just loved this garden, and every week, in fact, every time, whenever he had a very important meeting he should bring his guests to this garden. They used to sit in the garden in the middle of all the trees and all the flowers with, you know, with beautiful breeze moving the trees and the flowers, and they used to conduct the meetings. Sometimes when the king was in a very happy mood, he used to come to the garden to just enjoy himself. And sometimes when the king was very angry, he was so tired of all the problems that he had in his kingdom, then also he used to come to the garden, he used to relax in the garden, and after spending some time in the garden, he used to just forget all his problems. Okay, so that is how important this beautiful garden at the south end of Varanasi was for the king Vishnudatta. Now, okay, we spoke about the garden, but who is taking care of the garden? There was an old gardener called Viru. Okay, there was an old gardener called Viru who used to look after the garden. Okay, Viru was an old man. He lived all alone. He cooked for himself. He did everything for himself, and his whole day was spent in the garden. Viru loved the garden, and you know, he used to dig the patches. He used to plant the seeds. He used to pour water. He used to pull out the weeds. He used to pluck dried leaves, and he used to do everything throughout the day. He used to do the only thing he used to do is to look after the garden. Okay, and he used to look after the plants like his little babies. Okay, he never used to allow anybody to touch the plants. You know, even if some little boy or a girl comes to the garden and asks for a rose, he says, "No, this belongs to the king. It doesn't belong to you." So he never allowed anybody to touch the roses, the chrysanthemums, the lotuses, the sunflowers, all colored flowers were there, but nobody was allowed to touch them. Okay, so as I told you, he was living all alone. He had nobody, no family, nothing at all. So he was very, very bored sometimes. Okay, he felt very lonely and very, very bored. But then it doesn't mean that just because he doesn't have a family and some people as friends, I don't mean to say he doesn't have friends at all. He does have friends. And would you like to see his friends, children? Yeah, they're coming, they're coming. So, these are Viru's friends. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Viru had a group of monkeys living on the guava tree and the jamun tree and the mango tree. And these monkeys became Viru's best friends. You know, every morning the monkeys used to go out of the garden. They used to walk around the village, and by 12 o'clock in the afternoon, they used to come back and start telling Viru everything that happens in the kingdom. They used to tell Viru everything that happened in the kingdom. And not just that, they were very, naughty monkeys. So they used to jump in the garden. They used to run in the garden. And they used to talk a lot. And they had a beautiful song that they always used to sing. Would you like to listen to that song? Yeah? This is the head of the monkeys, and this is one of the littlest of the monkeys, but there are many monkeys. I have only 2 hands, so I'm showing you only 2 monkeys, okay? And you know what they used to sing? They always used to sing a song, and you want to listen to the song? Yeah, okay. Come on, all of you. Don't unmute yourselves, but clap to the song. Okay? Do not unmute, but clap to the song. No unmuting. But all of you clap to the song because this is a lovely song. Want to listen? Yes. Monkeys, we are the monkeys. Monkey, we are the monkeys. We like to sing, we like to swing, we like to jump around. We like to sing, we like to swing, we like to jump around. We like to dance, we like to prance, we like to romp around. To here, to there, everywhere. Monkeys, we are the monkeys. Monkeys, 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 monkeys. We are the monkeys. So, they are, whose friends are they? They are Viru's friends. Okay, so every time they used to sing the monkeys songs, and Viru also used to love the song. He used to enjoy the song, and whenever the monkeys were singing, Viru used to bring out his drum and sing along with them, saying, shall we sing together? Come on, sing, but don't unmute yourselves, but sing along. Monkeys, we are the monkeys. We like to sing, we like to swing, we like to jump around. We like to dance, we like to prance, we like to romp around. To here, to there, everywhere. Monkeys, we are the monkeys. Monkeys, we are the monkeys. So, like that, when the monkeys came every day, when the monkeys came into the garden, the monkeys and Viru used to have lots of good time. And then the monkeys used to tell Viru a lot of things. You know what? In the next village, yesterday, a Brahmin had lost his donkey and then he found it back. And like that, he used to tell lots of nice things to Viru. Okay, but still, so Viru and the monkeys had lots of good time, and Viru used to give them bananas and he used to give them govas, and the monkeys used to be very happy. They used to say, thank you, Viru, and eat them up. And then sometimes they used to stay in the garden, sometimes they used to go away. So that way, Viru was living a fun life with the monkeys, but then otherwise his life was very boring. Okay, so one day, Viru's cousin, Bholu, came down to Viru's garden. Okay, Bholu was wearing a nice, beautiful new turban. He was wearing new clothes. And Viru said, Arre, Bholu, you look so smart. Where are you going? Why are you dressed up so well? And Bholu said, Arre, Anna, did you not know in the next village there's going to be a fair? And I am going to attend the fair. And Viru said, fair? I never knew that. What sort of a fair is going to happen? And then Bholu said, Ayyo, did you not know? In the fair, there's going to be a giant wheel. And there's going to be a circus. There are going to be dancers doing lots of dance and singers singing beautiful songs. Why don't you come along with me? And then Viru says, I can't come along anywhere at all because I can't leave this garden of mine. If I leave the garden, who will take care of my plants? And then Bholu says, hey, you know what? You find somebody to look after your garden. I am going to the market to get some nice things. And by the time I come back, you find somebody to look after your garden. I am going. So Bholu goes. And Viru was very sad. Now all the interaction that Viru has is only with the monkeys. Now he doesn't have any friends. So he wants to go and see a fair. So he's sitting like this. And then come his friends. Who are his friends? Can you act like his friends? And then come his friends. Okay, friends came. The whole lot of them came in and said, monkeys, we are the monkeys. They started singing. But Viru didn't even look at them. He was very sad. Okay, and then the monkey stopped singing and the little monkey came forward and said, Viru, why are you so sad? And then Viru said, go away. I don't want to talk to anybody now. I'm very, very sad. And the little monkey was also very sad because when our friends are sad, we feel sad, no? So the little monkey felt sad and said, hell no, why are you so unhappy? Why are you so sad? Tell me. And then Viru said, you know what? In the next village, there is a beautiful fair happening. There are dancers going to dance. There are singers who are going to sing. There is a circus happening. And there are, giant wheel and all these things. But I can't go because I can't leave this garden. And then, the little monkey said, Array, why are you so worried? Why are you so worried? Don't be worried. We'll find a solution. And then the old monkey, who is the head of the group, head of the monkeys came forward and said, hey, you know what? You've been doing so much for all of us, so I am going to help you. We are also going to help you, the monkeys said. So all the monkeys came forward and said, hey, we are going to help you, Viru. We are going to help you, Viru. Now don't worry about your plans. And then Viru said, monkeys looking after a garden? I don't know whether that is a good idea. Children, do you think it's a good idea? No, right? Yeah. But then Viru was so bent upon going for the fair that he said, okay, will you really look after my garden? And the big monkey said, yeah, definitely. I'm going to look after your garden. And the little monkeys came forward and said, yeah. We are going to look after your garden. Definitely. Don't worry. You can go. And then the big monkey said, hey, Viru, you tell me one thing. How should we look after your garden? And then Viru said, not a big deal, You just need to give water to my plants. And then the big monkey said, water? How much water should I give? And Viru said, you need to give water in such a way that every plant's roots will get wet. That's all. And then the monkey said, oh, every plant's roots have to get wet. That's all, no? And the little monkey said, oh, every plant's roots have to get wet. That's all, huh? I will do it also. And the big monkey said, don't worry. You may just go and we will take care. And then Viru, hurriedly went. He also had a bath nicely. He wore a big new pagdi, he wore new clothes, he packed all his bags and he said, monkeys, I will be back in just 4 days. Just 4 days, you take care of my plants. And the monkey said, oh, don't worry at all. You go, we will take care of it. And then Viru goes to the next village. And then the monkeys are having so much fun. And what are they singing? Children, what are they singing? Huh? Monkeys, we are the monkeys. Monkeys, we are the monkeys. And then the next morning, the big monkey said, hey, we all promised Viru that we are going to look after his plants. So let's go look after his plants. Okay, So each monkey picked up a pot. They all picked up pots, empty pots. They all went to the well and got pots and pots and pots and pots of water. And then each monkey stood at a plant and said, I'm going to pour water for this plant. And the big monkey said, be careful. Make sure the roots of every plant are wet. And the little plant said, how do I know whether the roots are wet or not? The roots are there inside the ground, no? How will I know? Then the big monkey said, he scratched his head and said, yeah, how do we know? The roots are inside, how do we know? And then the little monkey said, I have a solution. I know what to do. And then, you know what he said? I'm going to pull out the roots of every plant. I'm going to pull out every plant, pour water, make sure the roots are wet, and then put back the plant. And then the plant will be happy, and Viru will be happy, and I am also going to be happy. And the big monkey said, that's a good idea. Let's pull out every plant and pour water and then put back the plant. So what did they do, children? They pulled out every plant in the garden. They made sure the roots are wet and then they put back the plants. Day one, that's what they did. Day two also, they pulled out all the plants and then they made sure the roots are wet and nice and then they put them back. Day three also they did that. Day four also they did that. But what do you think happened to the plants? What do you think would have happened to the plants? The plants died. Every single plant in the rose plants, the jasmine plants, the sunflower plants, every plant died. And then, but these monkeys didn't know that. They were very, very happy. And on the fourth day, who came back? Viru came back. And he was very happy. Viru was very happy because he watched some dances. He saw some music programs. He saw some zoo circus. And then he played and played and he was so happy. And he came back. And by the time he came back, all the monkeys jumped in front of him and said, Viru, look how beautifully we've taken care of your plants. And then Viru looked around. All the plants were dead. Every single plant in the garden was dead. And Viru started crying. Why did you do this? You promised that you would take care. And then the little monkey said, what did we do? We gave so much water to every plant and we even checked whether the roots were wet or not. And Viru said, did you really check every day whether the roots were wet? And the little monkey said, yeah, this is how we pulled all the roots and we made sure there was water. And Viru had his head. He held his head and he banged his head and he started crying. And in the meanwhile, you know who came? Who came? The king with his big mustache. He walked into the garden. He loved this garden, right? He walked into the garden and he looked around and he was so angry. He said, Viru, what did you do to my garden? My favorite garden. And Viru said, King, please excuse me. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. And he explained everything to the king. And then, you know what the king did? Now, I'm going to ask you people, Madhvi, I want to ask them what would the king have done. So I'm almost done with my story, and I want to discuss with them. I would like children to come forward and tell me what would the king have done? Whose mistake was it?
Yeah, raise your hands. I will unmute you.
Whoever wants to say something, raise your hand. Are you able to see everybody, Madhvi?
Yes, I'm able to see everybody.
Yeah, lovely. So put your hands up.
So where is Lakshita? She is raising her hands. Just a minute.
Yeah, lovely. What would the king have done? Who would the king have punished? Whose mistake was it?
Lakshita, you can please on your video. Yes. Lakshita, where is Lakshita?
Oh yeah, Raghavendra also wants to say something, ma'am.
Okay, Raghavendra, please unmute yourself from there and
unmute. Unmute, Raghavendra. Unmute yourself. Yeah, lovely.
Speak. Yeah.
Now tell me.
To ma'am.
Hello. Tell me, what would the king have done? Whose mistake was it? Was it Viru's mistake or was it the monkey's mistake?
That is monkey's mistake.
Monkey's mistake? Okay. So what would the king have done? What punishment would the king have given monkeys? Louder. Be a little louder. I can't hear you.
Ma'am, the king would excuse the Viru.
Huh?
Scold the monkeys, ma'am.
And scold the monkeys? Okay. The king would excuse Viru and scold the monkeys nicely. Because it was the monkey's mistake is what? What are your names, children? What's your name? Huh? Deepak. Okay, and what is Deepak's sister's name? Huh? Okay, so Deepak and his sister say that it is the monkey's mistake. Now, I would like to hear from somebody else. Whose mistake is this? Was the monkey supposed to know how to look after the plants? Was the monkey supposed to know?
Kushida is say something. Kushi.
Unmute Kushi. Yeah. Kushi, you should unmute yourself. Yeah. Kushi, you can speak now.
क्या बोले? पता नहीं.
आपको स्टोरी समझ में आई?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, very good. So tell me, what happened in the story and who should be punished?
Ma'am, the monkey should be punished.
The monkey should be punished. Okay. And what sort of punishment should we give the monkeys? But Khushi, are the monkeys supposed to know how to look after? Or was Viru supposed to be a little more responsible?
Ma'am, Viru should be.
More responsible?
Yes,
yeah? He should have told the monkeys properly, no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
He should have told them, okay, pour one mug of water to every plant. Yes? So when you give instructions, you should give them clearly. Otherwise, this is what will happen. Okay, anybody else? Tanmay, would you like to say something? Ayush Tripathi, would you like to say something?
Yeah, Tanmay, please tell.
Yes, Tanmay, tell. Unmute yourself, beta. Unmute. Press the unmute button.
No.
Yes, Tanmay. Tanmay.
The monkey will punish.
We should punish the monkey.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then who else? Anybody else wants to say something? Ayush Tripathi, would you like to say something? Lakshita, would you like to say something? Okay, so let me tell you what the king did. The king said, okay, the king listened to everybody. And he said, would you like to say something, Sudhir and Ayush? Big boys. Would you like to say something? Yes or no? No, not really. Oh, don't bother. So, you know what happened? You know what the king did? The king listened to the whole story. The king understood that Viru had to go out somewhere, but at the same time, he should have given the right instructions. And then, you know what the king did? He gave Viru a support, an assistant who can be along with him. And also, he ordered the monkeys to help Viru in again building up, planting new seeds, growing new plants and pouring lots and lots of water. So the monkeys had to carry loads and loads of water every single day. They helped Viru, and Viru again planted lots of seeds. He again grew lots of plants, and within 2 months or 3 months, again the garden was again full of lots of flowers and lots of beautiful, fragrance. And then the monkeys also learned that, they should be a little responsible. Viru learned that he should give the right type of instructions when he is giving instructions. And Viru also had Bholu, who was supporting him all the time in the garden. So now, whenever Viru wanted to go out, Bholu was there in the garden. So Viru also had an opportunity. The monkeys learned a lesson, and then the king had his beautiful garden available for him once again. So that was the story of the monkeys and the gardener from the Jataka Tales. Did you like the story, children? Did you like the story or not?
Come on, clap for ma'am.
Did you like the story? Okay. Can they all sing, Madhvi?
Yes, I'll unmute everybody.
We'll all sing together. Would you all like to sing the monkey song, children? Yes or no? The monkey song? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Let's get the monkeys and let them all sing. Let's all sing. Now all of you become monkeys. Act like monkeys. Come on, act like monkeys, all of you. All of you. Okay, come on. Monkeys. Sing along. Monkeys. I can't hear you all. Sing louder. Monkeys. Loud. Sing loud. Monkeys. We are the monkeys. We are the monkeys. We like to sing, we like to swing, we like to jump around. We like to sing, we like to swing, we like to jump around. We like to dance, we like to prance. Come on, are you singing? Shall we sing one line at a time?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Monkeys. We are the monkeys. Come on, sing loudly. Monkeys. We are the monkeys. Come on, act like monkeys, children. We are the monkeys. Come on. Louder. Act like monkeys. Yeah. We like to sing. Come on. We like to sing. We like to swing. We like to swing. We like to jump around. We like to jump around. Very nice. Very good. We like to dance. Come on, dance, all of you. We like to dance. Ah, that's nice, Lakshita. We like to prance. Prance. We like to prance. And we like to romp around. We like to romp around. To here, to there, everywhere. Monkeys. We are the monkeys. Very good. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, what did you like in the story, children? What did you like in the story?
Monkeys.
The monkeys? Okay, can you all become monkeys? Come on, become a monkey. Yeah. Okay, good. So, Madhvi, what would you like me to do now?
Yes, we'll move down to a next story. I'll just unmute them.
Okay. Another story, another story, another story. Okay. So, how many of you know Tenali? All know Tenali Rama? Okay. Am I muted? Are you able to hear me?
No. We can hear you.
Okay. You're muted by the host, it's showing.
Yes. No. We can hear you. I have just posted others.
Okay. You know Tenali Rama? Lovely. Very good. So, we all know Tenali Rama. I'm going to tell you one nice story about Tenali Rama today. Okay. So, Tenali Rama one morning woke up. And by the time he woke up, his wife, Yashoda, was standing next to him very angrily. And she was saying, I want all of you to mute yourselves, please. Yeah. So, everybody muted?
Yeah.
Okay. So, his wife wakes him up in the morning and says, Tenali, you are a lazy bug. You know, we have such a big garden around our house and all the plants are drying up. They're all going to die now. You know, I have so much work at home. I have to clean the vessels. I have to cook. I need to look after the children. I have so much work. And you don't have any work at all. You just go to the court and come back and nicely relax. She said, you need to water the plants today. Otherwise, I'm not going to give you dinner today. Tenali Rama was very smart, very, very intelligent and very witty. But then he was a sort of a lazy guy. He didn't want to work at all. He said, watering all the plants in the garden, that's a big job. Because Tenali Rama has a huge garden, a very big garden. Okay. And then he says, okay, we'll see in the evening. I'm going to the court now. And he goes to the court. He has a bath, he dresses up and he wears a nice new dhoti and all these things. And he goes to the court of whom? Krishna Deva Raya. The king's court where king is Krishna Deva Raya. And Krishna Deva Raya is very fond of Tenali Rama because Tenali is a very smart and very intelligent guy. Now, by the time he reaches the king's court, you know who's there? The police is there. You know, the Sainiks are there. Everybody is there. Everybody is very sad. Everybody is very worried. Because in the kingdom, there were 3 thieves. Very, very strong, very powerful, very mean thieves with big mustache and nice big hands and legs. They're very strong and they are looting every shop, every house, and the Senapati is lost because they are not able to catch the thieves. And then everybody is so worried because every day in 3 or 4 houses, these thieves are, stealing things. And the king is also worried. He has his hand on his head. He's sitting with his hair, holding his head. He doesn't know what to do. And suddenly, one minister said, King, these thieves are very, very powerful. They're very strong. Since the Senapati is not able to catch them, let's ask Tenali Rama to catch them. Tenali Rama said, huh? How can I catch thieves? I am not a Sainik. I am not a Senadikari. I'm not even a police or anything. How can I catch the thieves? Then the king said, yes, Tenali, you are a very intelligent man. You are a very smart man. You catch the thieves. And then Tenali said, oh my God, one big problem on my head. And then that evening, the court got over, and before he left, the king told Tenali, Tenali, be ready. You are the one who has to catch the thieves now, because they're very strong, but they might not be very smart. Tenali Rama is very, very smart, so you have to catch the thieves. Okay, then Tenali said, okay, yes, king, yes, I will definitely try. I will definitely try. And that evening, it was slightly dark. It was getting a little dark in the evening. And, Tenali walked back home. And he remembered, oh my God, I need to water my plants now. My whole garden has to be watered. There was no bore that you switch on and there's water at that time. You know what they had to do? They had a big well and they had to draw water from the well and pour the water to the plants. It's a lot of hard work, and Tenali didn't want to do that. He was thinking, what should I do? How should I solve this problem? And while he was walking home, behind some trees, he heard some noise. Who do you think was there behind the trees? Who? The 3 thieves were there, hiding behind the tree. And they were saying, Tenali Rama is very close to the king. Huh? He must be having lots of money in his house. Let's steal his house. And then, who heard that? Tenali Rama heard it. He said, oh, the thieves are going to steal from my house all the gold, all the silver, all the new clothes, silks and all these things. They're going to steal and take it away. Oh, what do I do? He thought for a minute. And then, did he get very scared? Did he get very worried? No. He thought very intelligently and he got a nice plan. He said, I know what to do. So, immediately, he called his wife, Yashoda! And wife, who's there inside the house, came running out, wiping her hands like this and saying, you don't have any work at all. You keep calling me like this again and again. What do you want? And then Tenali said, Arre Yashoda, I have a plan. Come listen to me. And then Yashoda said, tell me, what is it? Again and again, you have something to say. And then Tenali said, Yashoda, you know what? There are thieves in the kingdom and we have to be careful. You know what we'll do? We will put all the gold, all the silver, all the diamonds and all that we have in our big trunk. In the big trunk that we have, and we will take it to the well and throw it in the well. She said, what sort of an idea is this? I don't like this idea. Who throws all the silver and gold outside? But Tenali said, Arre, listen to me. And he pulls his wife inside and he actually tells her what the plan is. You know what the plan was? Yashoda and Tenali Rama, you know what they did? They brought a big trunk, and in the trunk, you know what they put? Not their gold and silver and all that. They put big stones. Big stones. They filled the trunk with huge stones so that the trunk became very heavy. And Tenali tried to pick it up and said, ah, it's very heavy. Help me out. So Tenali and Yashoda, both of them, picked up the trunk from one side and the other side. Like that, they carried the trunk where? To the well. And with great difficulty, they picked up the trunk and they threw the trunk into the well. And then, in the meanwhile, the thieves were watching them. Wow! Now we know where all the gold is there, where all the silver is there, where all the diamonds are there in Tenali's house. It's so easy, they thought. Okay, so Tenali and Yashoda, after they threw the trunk, they happily walked inside their house. They ate some nice rice and sambar and sabji and all that. They mixed and they ate and they ate and they ate and they fell asleep. Happily, they fell asleep. In the meanwhile, the thieves were waiting. When will they sleep? When will they sleep? And the second thief said, I think they are sleeping now. Shall we go? And then they, three of them, todong, 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 they went closer to the well. They peeped into the well. The well had so much of water. And then the senior most of these thieves said, let's get inside and pick up the trunk. And the second one said, but Bhaiya, the trunk was so heavy. How can we bring the trunk up? And the third one said, that's why, you know what we should do? I have a nice plan. Let's pull out all the water. Let's remove all the water from the trunk and pour it out from the well, pour it out, and then the trunk will be free. We can happily go down the well and pick up all the gold, all the jewelry, and climb up the well. And then the first one said, yeah, that was a good idea. And the second one said, yeah, let's do that. So, you know what they did? They picked up buckets and ropes and they started drawing water from the well and pouring. Where did they pour? Into the garden. You know, in the center of the garden, there was this well, right? So, in the meanwhile, Tenali heard the noise. He was sleeping, right? He heard the noise and he slowly came out. And it was very, very dark. They could not see Tenali. And then what did Tenali do? Slowly, he made sure, quietly, very silently, he made sure the water is being poured, right? The first one pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled and poured and poured and poured so much water. He said, I'm tired now. Now it's your turn. Then the second one came. He drew and drew and drew and drew and poured all the water this side. And the third one came. He drew and drew and drew and drew all the water and he threw it that side. Okay, so all four sides of the garden, the thieves poured and poured and poured water. So what happened, children? How was it an advantage for Tenali? The plants were all watered. Tenali's garden was drying, no? So these thieves poured water on all four sides, and finally, when they looked into the well was empty. There was no water. So all three of them went down into the well and they looked into the trunk. They opened the trunk. What did they expect? They expected to see gold. They expected to see silver. And they thought there'll be jewelry all inside. But what was there inside? What was there? Stones. There were big, big stones inside. And They were sad. They were so sad. They worked for 5 hours in the night, the dark night, and they poured all the water out. They emptied the well. But what was there? What did they find? They found stones. They did not find gold. They did not find silver. Nothing at all. They found only stones. So crying, they came up the well. And then who was ready for them? Tenali was ready for them with the Cynics, and the police had taken the 3 thieves to the court the next morning. And in the meanwhile, Tenali's garden was watered properly. So with his smartness, with his intelligent idea, what did Tenali do? He got the garden watered. At the same time, he got the 3 thieves, which they were so strong that nobody was able to catch them. But with Tenali's intelligence and wit, he got the thieves arrested, and the king was very happy. He gave 100 gold coins to Tenali and said, "Well done, Tenali. I'm so happy with you. Thank you so much. Once again, you saved the empire." Okay, so how was this story, children?
Who wants to talk, answer? Please raise your hands. Okay. So
How
first
was the
let's start.
story?
Yes, Lakshita, please tell.
It was very excellent, ma'am.
It was excellent. Oh, thank you, Lakshita. Then who else? What did you like about the story? What did we learn? Oh yeah, this Agamemnon.
Acha, yeah, please tell. You have to unmute from there, Ebanan.
Agamemnon,
Unmute yourself.
unmute.
Tenali intelligence, ma'am.
Ah, very good. Tenali was very
Yes, yes.
intelligent.
Yeah, tell now.
Very nice.
It was nice. Okay, good. So, children, when you come across a problem, you should not get scared. You should not get worried. Just like Tenali Rama, you should think smartly. You should think intelligently. You should plan nicely. And then your problems will be solved. Yes or no? And I think Sudhir and Ayush, I think, are trying
I
to say
will
something.
say, ma'am.
Who's that?
Please tell
I
Sudhir.
will say, ma'am.
Yeah, say.
Tenali Rama is very intelligent.
Yeah?
Okay,
He's very
Swati.
intelligent. Lovely. Very good. Then, anybody else? Anybody else wants to say something?
Okay, now among these 2 stories, any one story you are going to draw, write few lines, and come next time and show to madam.
Yeah.
Sure?
Okay.
Thumbs
See?
up. कोई एक स्टोरी आप दोनों में से लिख के
Very
ड्रॉ
good.
करके मैम को दिखाएंगे.
Okay, ma'am.
Very
Okay.
good. I'll wait to
Pakka?
see your pictures. You can draw Tenali Rama or
Okay,
you can
teacher.
draw the monkeys.
Yes, teacher.
Yes?
So
Please
let's
Yes,
clap for
teacher.
ma'am then.
and bring it.
Everybody clap for ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, children. You were such lovely audience. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.